How's it going, everybody? Henry here, and today we're going to talk about closing the sale. So this is for personal training sales. This is part 3 of the 3-part series on how to sell personal training. If you haven't seen the other 2 videos, there's a link in the description. One is on learning, and then one is also on the sale, and this one is going to focus on closing. So check those out if you haven't seen those yet. They're going to go into more detail of everything that you need to know before you close. So we're going to highlight those sections, but if you want detail, definitely check those other videos out and then come back here. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So the first thing you do is you're going to go ahead and do the learning stage or the qualifying stage or the prospecting stage, whatever you want to call it. You're going to ask some simple questions so that way you know what it is the prospect is interested in, so that you can prescribe them a proper training program, health and wellness program, whatever it is that you call it. If you don't know the stuff, you're just going to be giving some generic platform for them to do, and it's probably not going to be beneficial for them. So these are some simple questions. Of course you can go more in depth, but for this exercise, let's just go over these simple questions. So the first one is, what made you decide to come in today? This person said, I want to get in shape for 2019. What's your 12-week goal? They want to lose 20 pounds. How many days per week can you come? 3 times per week. Have you followed a fitness plan before? No. How motivated? 1 to 10 are you to complete your goal? They said 6. I said, well, what would make it a 10? They said they need more motivation. How will it feel when you reach your goal? Like I did in high school. Have you ever been in this shape before? 20 years ago, assuming when they were in high school. And do you have any limitations or injuries? So once we got those questions out of the way, we can dive into the presentation or the sell. So this is all staying ideally on one sheet of paper. I do it by hand. I want it to feel custom. I want it to be about that person. I don't want anything cookie cutter in this presentation. So really quickly, we're doing a 12-week plan. I break it down into 3 stages. I call it the core, power, cut. You can call it whatever you want. We meet with the PT, so there's follow through. It's 3 times per week over 12 weeks. They want to lose 2 pounds per week. They're going to lose over 36 workouts. So 2 pounds over 12 weeks is 24 pounds. 36 workouts equals 24 pounds of weight loss. That fits in their goal. So at this point, I'm going to pause. So this is leading right up to the close. Okay. So here we are. We've got their information up here. We've sold or, prescribed right here. And then we're going to go to the close. We can't go to the close until we confirm that they understand and are interested in this program. So at this point, when I have the 36 workouts equals 24 pounds, I am going to ask them if this is something they'd like to accomplish. So it would sound something like this. So we're rounding up. I've drawn everything, and I'll say, okay, so we're looking at 36 sessions today. You can lose about 2 pounds per week over 12 weeks is going to equal 24 pounds. So these 36 workouts are going to equal 24 pounds, which is actually larger than your goal. So, that's going to give us some room there to make sure we really achieve this goal in 12 weeks. Does this plan sound like it'll work for you? And you want them to say yes, they want to do this plan. Perfect. Now to say, oh, how much is it going to cost? Say, don't worry about it. We're going to look at that in a second. I just want to make sure this plan is doable. So you can come to 3 times a week, right? Yes. Okay. You understand how this is going to help you reach your goal by losing 2 pounds a week to equal your goal? Yes. Yes. You want to get all the objections out right here, because when you go to the price, you don't want to have to go back and deal with this stuff. So at this point, if he's like, oh, well, I can't do 3 times a week, then you can go back and say, okay, well, why not? Just 10 minutes ago, you said you could do 3 times a week. What changed? Get that resolved, get that answer. So in this case, everything's going to be perfect. This client is your ideal client. They're agreeing with everything. So we'll go for that. So they say, yes, I can do it. 36 workouts, that's really not that bad. How much does this cost? Perfect. All right. So we're going to roll in and drop the price on them. All right, well, we're looking at 36 sessions. A session's typically $100 per session. So that's $3,600 today. Or we can break it up over the next 3 months at $1,200 per month. How would you like to pay for that? And just stop right there. That's where you close. Closing on how would you like to pay for that is not closing on do you want to buy this? Meaning they could still say no. How would you like to pay for that? Sets them up to where, okay, well, I can do $3,600 today or $1,200. I guess I'll go ahead and do the monthly option. But you don't say anything after you say it's $3,600 today, or we can do $1,200 a month. How would you like to pay for that? And just stare. And I know it seems awkward to sit there and stare, but it's pushing them, it's giving them it's hard to say no. It's really hard to tell someone no. So you're really putting them in a situation where they can make a choice. It's still their decision, but they can make a choice on what they want to do. If they don't want to pay the $3,600 up front, then they can do the $1,200 a month. And, I say, oh, you know what, I'm going to go ahead to the monthly option. Perfect. That's what most of my clients do. Let's go ahead and get started today. And then, you get their credit card, stuff like that, and get rolling. Now, let's say you come up with the price here, and they're going to say, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. I know. I mean, I understand. Agree with them. Don't say, don't be like, no, it's not. Oh, well, it's only $100 per session. Just agree. I know it's a lot of money. This is a big investment into your health and wellness. So what's going to be the best method of payment for you? Go right back to that close, because they agreed that the 36 sessions was the right plan for them to do. Now, say this isn't in the budget. Now, you're going to run into that, right? Where 36 sessions is the correct plan. But they simply cannot pay $1,200 a month. They simply cannot pay $3,600 up front. They just can't do it. So you say, okay, or $1,200 a month, how would you like to pay for that? Oh man, I can't pay that much. Okay, no, I understand. Is it just paying that much up front, or is it the monthly? What is it that doesn't work for you? So the reason you're doing that is you want to see what the real objection is. If they're like, oh, I can't do that much per month, or they might say, I really don't like doing monthly payments. I need to pay for everything up front. So you can figure out you want to solve that. Like, how is this guy going to pay for it, monthly or all at once? And so they say, well, I can't spend $1,200 per month. I want to do the program, but I just can't spend that. Okay, well, what works in your budget? So you're going to get them to kind of set themselves up for a gauge. Well, I could probably do $600 a month. And that's where you're going to say, okay, no, I understand. Unfortunately, that doesn't get you this program. How comfortable are you taking a little bit more responsibility for your goals? Because right now, at 3 times a week, I'm taking pretty much 100% responsibility. How comfortable are you taking some responsibility? So then you're giving them a little bit of power, and they might say, well, I can do it. And I believe it. $600 a month is a large investment. So for $600 a month, if we can get these same results, you'd be okay to get started today? Okay, so we're going to make that work, because realistically, especially with weight loss, majority of it's coming from the diet. The workout is important for sure, and it's going to help prevent them from injury. It's going to give them the body, the look that they want. But as far as initial weight loss, that's going to come from diet. And even if you're seeing somebody once a month, you could guide them on a solid diet if you're a good trainer and you understand nutrition, and they're going to follow what you say. So right now we're just dialing down how many times we're going to be working with them. So that's pretty much the close. You can't do that if you just show someone that your training's $3,600 and don't go into all the other stuff. All this stuff is very important here. It's how you get to here. You can't come here and then work backwards. It almost never works. Sure, there's those people that come in, they just buy, they don't care. But most people, they have to be worked towards it. They have to see how this untangible thing that you're selling is going to get them tangible results. And so it starts with profiling them, going through the questions. Then it leads to presenting the training so they can see, okay, this is how the training is going to work with me. And then it goes to closing the price. So stick with this process. It will definitely help you. It's helped me a lot. It's helped a lot of trainers I've worked with. It's helped with a lot of salespeople I've worked with. It creates a real tangible program for them that they can see themselves doing, and it's not so specific to where you're giving away the program for free, because someone could walk out the door with this today and it's not going to help them reach their goals. You need them on a program before you do that, because you're going to spend time. You're not going to give them a cookie cutter program, so you need them to spend the time. You need them to spend the money. The more money, if you're a honest trainer and you have higher integrity, the more money they spend with you, then the more value that you're going to give them. You're always going to deliver. You're not going to under-deliver results if you have high integrity and stuff like that, and which you should, especially in the health industry. So that's my closing. Watch all the videos again. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up, please. If you have any comments or suggestions, put them in the comment section below, and have a great day.